Hey, hi everybody. Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. I hope everyone is enjoying the holidays with all the hustle and bustle and all the lights and decorations and so forth. Um, for those of you that are in some form of pain or illness, whatever else, I think I have some information for you today that may be very, very helpful and give you an alternative form of treatment for your aches and pains versus pharmaceutical. And that's nice because every one of the pharmaceutical products have side effects, and the ones I'm going to suggest today really don't have that, and that's the nice thing about it. By the way, I'm going to be talking about differences between CBD, which is cannabidiol from hemp, and tetrahydrocannabinol, which is marijuana itself. There's a lot of big differences, and many of us in the health field are using the alternative form of CBD oils in one form or another for their patients. And one of the big sticking things that manufacturers, producers, so forth have is waiting for the acceptance of growing hemp. Big difference in growing hemp versus marijuana, especially if it is considered right now under federal rules and regulations, whereas hemp, matter of fact, I just received this. Hi, Carrie. The product itself, hemp is still under federal regulations, but the most recent, I think it's House Bill 5835, whatever else. I just got a newspaper this weekend, as a matter of fact, and it says U.S. hemp market about to bloom. Hemp's about to get the nod from the federal government that marijuana, its cannabis plant cousin, craves. A provision of the Farm Bill that received final approval in Congress on Wednesday removes hemp from the list of federally controlled substances and treats the low THC version of the cannabis plant like any other agricultural crop. So now it's just considered an agricultural crop. And this is big. This is really big information for those people that want to get this product out. THC is the cannabis compound that gives the pot its high. We're going to talk about that in just a few moments. But again, CBD is the alternative supplement that we're using in various forms. You're talking about pill form, oil tincture, salve. This is a salve that I use, CBD oil. I'm not trying to sell it or anything, but this is the one that I use on some of my limbs after 30 plus years. And at my age, we start to get, shall we say, aches and pains. Osteoarthritic problems. I've been adjusting people for 30 plus years, and so my hands and so forth oftentimes have some problems. Plus the fact that I played football for 12 years, a couple of head-on collisions, a couple of motorcycle accidents. Hey, when you're in your 20s, you're indestructible, right? And so you really don't feel it until now. But anyway, and also they have sublingual sprays that you can use. So the THC, tetrahydrocannabinol, versus the CBD, a hemp plant, are a major difference. Now, the CBD can be from hemp or a marijuana plant, believe it or not. But the marijuana plant in it has very little CBD, and it has much more of the psychoactive product in itself. So these two plants are considered cousins, both from the same species of plant, the cannabis sativa. But hemp is very low in THC, less than 0.3%, and it has 40% volume or more of CBD. Matter of fact, many of the manufacturers are trying to, now that looks like hemp is going to be produced in a legal form, that they're working to extract more and more of it. It has to do with the plant, the growing of the plant itself, and when it's actually picked and so forth makes a big difference. But CBD is not a psychoactive medication. CBD is not a psychoactive medication. CBD works by interacting with certain things called CB1 and CB2, which are actual receptors on cells. Now, I'm going to say something that's very, very interesting. Every mammal has these receptors. They're a cannabinoid, endocannabinoid system. Every mammal, which includes of course, humans, but also our four-legged creatures. So this CBD can work quite well on your the four-legged animals that you have. Obviously in a much lower content, but still it should be able to work. So these receptors in your cells actually take these products and it actually gets them into your system. Now, these CBD receptors are found primarily, especially the CB2, okay, is what it's called, actually are found on your peripheral organs. And this is very, very important because they're associated with your inflammatory system and your immune system. So the CBD actually supports your anti-inflammatory and immune systems, GI regulations, very, very important, and for healthy sleep patterns, seizures, tremors, Parkinson's. My brother has Parkinson's, and we have him taking the CBD itself. That helps reduce blood sugar, promotes anti-aging and overall well-being. And it's very, very important for cognitive homeostasis. Now, cognitive processes improve with CBD. They're being able to problem solve is much greater. And so that's even more important as we age, right? So that we can get proper thoughts and so forth. And especially if you're still working like myself, that's extremely important also. So the solvent should be, by the way, non-GMO, excuse me. And so that's what it has on here. This is a non-GMO product. You want to look for those that are on the market because there's going to be a lot of them out there. And you want to make sure that you get the non-GMO, and it has to do with the way it's actually produced. Because if it's produced by butane, there's harmful solvents that actually we can produce as residue in the CBD itself. So of all the things I tell you, probably the most important is make sure it's non-GMO. Okay, that's very, very important. So the hemp is a fatty oil-based ingredient, and the body sometimes has a problem as far as absorbing this. But bottom line is that it's still good. If that's the only negative, then we're in pretty good shape. As far as dosing, how much you take, that's also important. You should really, everybody states, you should really start slow. It's like, and I use this over and over again, it's like eating an apple. You want to do it a bite at a time, okay? Just because it says extra strength doesn't mean that you have to pound down everything that you can. The body oftentimes doesn't absorb things as readily or respond as readily as you want them to. So what I would suggest is, especially if it's anything that you're ingesting, not much more than maybe 15 to 25 milligrams to start with. Okay, everybody has a different reaction. But there's very, very little negative reaction in this respect. Like I said, it's an anti-inflammatory immune system, helps people as far as sleep patterns and Parkinson's, and just overall helpful elements itself. I use mine for my osteoarthritic condition in my hands. I find that it really helps. Many times that when I put it on, it's almost literally by the time I put the salve on and I just massage it on, you don't have to roll it in, and it's not really greasy itself. Literally within a minute, bingo, I probably reduced my discomfort and my stiffness by as much as 75%. So now that we have this product, it should exceed federal regulations and compliance requirements, and that should be on the labeling. And now that they can produce this product quickly because of the passing of this regulation, I think it's going to make a big difference as far as getting this product out to the people. So here's the differences. This is not a THC product. Okay, the CBD itself is manufactured through hemp. Now it looks like it's just going to be an agricultural product and not under federal regulations. And it has very, very low, less than 0.3%, less than 0.3% of the tetrahydrocannabinol or the marijuana in itself in it. And it has a higher level of CBD itself. It's non-psychoactive again, so you don't have to worry about that. And if If you have any questions, anything like this as far as concerns, please feel free to contact me. I am working with some companies I know that are high level and that are taking care of their product properly in itself. Now, as far as fibromyalgia patients, look, you're in a lot of pain, so forth and so on. And I try this. I would try it for the pain reduction itself. For those that are on our protocol, which really is restricted from plants itself, look, if you're in a lot of pain, even the doctors that I work with say, hey, listen, if you're really in a lot of pain, so forth, if you know something works, then use it and then get off of it for as soon as you can, if it can reduce the painful elements that you're going through, especially if it's involved with joints and so forth. As far as the plant itself, it's hopefully will help you in a much more immediate fashion than waiting for something that you ingest, say pharmaceuticals, and then you have to go through the system, and hopefully that works in itself. Whereas this can be, like I say, it's can be a spray, it can be a salve, it can be pill form. Of course, that takes longer, but the salves and the tinctures and so forth, and the sprays, the sublingual sprays that's in the mouth, you should be able to respond much more quickly. And so it's an option for you to actually take to reduce the pain, inflammation that you're having. So I hope this helps you. A lot of people are scared off by marijuana, but CBD is not that, like I say, psychoactive medication or drug that you're using. Hey, I want to thank everybody for joining me. Kerry, thank you so very much. And hope I answered your questions. Some other people have come on. And Kerry, if you want more information, please let me know, and I'll help you as best I can. And just send me a bit of information, and I'll respond to it. Thank you very, very much. Really appreciate it. Again, this is just before Christmas Monday. I'm going to try and make, hi Donna, hi, how are you? Thanks for joining us. I'm going to try to do another one next week for Christmas Eve. Maybe we got something special to attend to. I think it's something that has to do with, again, fibromyalgia and neurological, so to speak. Anyway, take care. Some more research has come out. Hey, take care, everybody. Everybody have a wonderful week. Enjoy. And I look forward to visiting with you next week. Same time, same station, 12:30 Arizona time, live video for about 15 minutes on Facebook. Thank you very, very much. Have a great week.